Well, good morning, guys. It is Sunday, my last day as a 57-year-old. Tomorrow I turn 58. It is 14 degrees Celsius here in Ontario. The grass is getting greener. All the leaves are starting to come out. It's starting to look more like spring. Yesterday was an amazing day. So far, I've been putting 10,000 steps plus on my app. So this is day 5, Revenge of the 5th, and then tomorrow will be Revenge of the 6th. I think it's makes more sense when it's Revenge of the 6th. I wanted to go through your comments yesterday. That's weird. Look, it kind of went weird on me there. That was strange. So yesterday I put up that video where I lost footage, but then I found it. I don't know how I found it. I don't know why it even went missing. But again, I recovered that video. It was at least probably just over half of that yesterday's video, which was like 30 minutes long, and like half of it was missing. So, but again, I did the full edit and then it went missing. Anyway, so there are lots of really great solutions that you guys came up with, and I don't have as many cards as I possibly need. So I've got like extra cards like this, and what I need to do, and again, Carl, the fishing guy from Extreme Angler, he numbers all these cards again because he is often, shooting for days, and so they can't just keep reusing the same card or dumping stuff off, and so he keeps the cards for as long as he can and then dumps it off, and then he makes backups. So you'll have 2 or 3 of those drives like this per season. So he'll have one of these for me, and then he'll have 2 for himself. One will be just all the footage of all those shows for the whole season, and that's his extreme backup. And then his backup that he has is the stuff that he works on and moves stuff around and stuff. And then I have one. So we have 3 backups of all his footage, because it's very important that we don't lose any of his stuff. It's very important I don't lose any of my stuff either. So I might adapt or adopt some of the ideas that you guys have had and what Carl does. Again, I just don't have as many cards. They used to be really expensive, so that's why you try to streamline it as best as possible. So I usually keep all the footage that I shoot on my iPhone, and I shoot a lot of footage on my iPhone. So I keep as much footage on here as for as long as possible before I start deleting old jobs. So I have 2 more videos to edit at the Dollar Tree, part 2 and part 3. As soon as part 3 is uploaded and you guys are watching it, I go through my phone and I delete all the video footage that I don't want on my phone anymore, which is pretty much all of it. There's a lot of footage on here that I do keep. There's stuff I shoot of the cats. When I do my vlogs in the morning for you guys, like today, I like videotaping the cats, and then I kind of want, there's Sunny's there. I kind of want to keep that footage because I shot lots of footage of Louis, but I didn't shoot enough of him to, I don't know. So now I'm shooting excessively, and plus you guys love the cats, so that's why I shoot lots of footage of the cat, but I feel really bad deleting it off my phone. So I have to make like maybe an extra folder and to start putting all the cat footage in there. And that way it's not on my phone using up space. A lot of you guys had awesome comments in yesterday's vlog video. So PB TV Productions said, "Hi, I love jazz music. Have a great day." So I really enjoy putting jazz music at the beginning of my videos. Sometimes country, sometimes I like mixing it up. Sometimes it's the same music you guys have heard over the years. Sometimes I go on to Epidemic Sound and try to find something new. And I like the jazz. It just kind of, and there's a certain kind of jazz that I like when I'm shooting stuff around the house, just to have my video openers. And then Amy Mitchell 777 said, "That's crazy. Hope you were able to get some of the footage back." I did. Thank you very much, Amy. Joshua said, "Good morning. Best Ken YouTube video." Thanks, buddy. Always leaving comments. Awesome. And then Jeffro said, "Game 7, go Leafs go." Sorry, man. We lost. I'm glad Boston didn't get like 3 goals in the first period, and then we couldn't come back and didn't get any. It was like a complete disaster. That game was sitting on the edge of your seat the whole game. And anyway, there's always next year, right? Krista Reddy said, "My heart was in my throat when you said that you lost all the footage. Talk about stressful. So happy you found it at the end." And thank you very much, Krista, for your sympathies there. And then Sharky D said, "Go Leafs go." Again, sorry about that. I don't know. Not that I had anything to do with it, but anyway. I even wore my jersey and it didn't help. So Wheels Black 35 said, "Glad you found it." Dom's World said, "Losing things can be frustrating." No doubt. Like I said, I almost threw up because all that time and money. And again, most of the stuff you saw me eat, that's all I ate of that. So the 2 drinks, the 2 pops that I had, those sips I had were the only sips I had. And as soon as I stopped the recording, I usually just dump the extra pop onto the grass there. But I don't drink all this stuff and eat all this stuff. I just basically sample everything. There's a person here with it doesn't have a username. I always ask you guys to try and like put a username, just your first name or a nickname or something. That way I can actually say your name. But Jay says, "If you're breathing, you're blessed, my friend." And I agree. Every once in a while I have to like step back from a disaster day like yesterday and just take a big breath. Carol and I went for a walk after all that, and like the whole time I'm just like, it's over, we fixed it, it's done, everything's good. Just right now, just breathing like that, I just like, woohoo, it was good. And Christopher said, "Well, Ken, sounds like a wonderful Saturday morning. Trying to catch up on videos. Been dealing with health and everyday life. Hope your Saturday is turning around. Cheers." I wish you all the best, dude. I'm not sure what you're going through right now, and I hope what you're going through, you get through as soon as possible. Quick Release Japan, Paul from Japan said, "Oh man, I feel your pain." So I think Paul's had the same situations happen to him. And Pamela Lee Ism left me a very long comment there and basically said, glad you found it, and she's an author and possibly she's lost stuff as well. Jamajo 203 said, "Geez, glad you found it and didn't have to reshoot." I think I've done a reshoot twice. One time when I went to Wimpy's and I made a whole video, and I think it was some type of a French toast thing, and ate all the food, shot it all. When I got home, the camera, back then I didn't have a camera with a monitor on the front and the back. So when you mount it up underneath it was the little white cameras I had. When I had the camera mounted on the windshield, you could see that it was recording because I had a red dot, but there was no monitor, so you couldn't see what it was doing. And there was buttons on the side, and sometimes when you're mounting the camera, you accidentally pressed a button and it switched it to a setting where it would record for 5 minutes and then re-record over that for 5 minutes and then re-record that over for 5 minutes. And it would do it, I think, to save space on the card. If you're like, let's say, doing a big ski down a huge hill and you didn't want a 30-minute clip of you going down the hill, it would record every 5 minutes. And then I guess if something really cool happened in that 5 minutes, you'd hit it, and then it would save that and then start a new clip. But I had it set so I only had the beginning and ending. There was no middle part. So the beginning of the shoot and the ending of the shoot. And so I had to actually go back and reshoot it because I needed a video to be put up that day. And a lot of people thought it was pretty crazy of me to go back and re-eat that whole thing. So that's the problem with me doing food reviews and eating all the food. If something like that happens, I have to go back and reshoot it. And I can't just keep eating food like that, especially like French toast and syrup and all the craziness that goes along with that. Chris Walters said, can't wait for the adventures with Moose all dolled up. Yeah, they're going to be fun, man. Robert Hamilton, 1301, said, Lucky, thanks for sharing. Robert, thanks for commenting on every single video that I put out. You rock. Dave Good 36 said, how much was the beer can? It would be interesting to know the difference between UK and Canada on beer prices. So that was 12 pints of beer. Yeah, they're like 470, sorry, yeah. The 12 cans, they're 473 milliliters, which is about a pint. And it's $29.95 at the beer store. And I can't remember, because that is an LCBO beer store, but it's kind of a mom and pop. We don't have a whole lot of those in Ontario. Most of them are, we usually have to buy beer and hard alcohol at the liquor store or the beer store. But now some of the big grocery stores are carrying beer. And of course, small little towns like Lefroy, it's convenience store, plus it sells alcohol, wine, and beer. And they got a special license to do that because I guess it's too expensive for, Ontario Liquor Board to put a liquor store there and a beer store there. So they gave that guy the rights to do all that. So he might actually be a little bit more money. I can't remember how much I paid for it. So let me know how much 12 pints of beer in England would cost. Count Roskula said, finally, Kenny Boy is getting some beer. Sorry the Leafs lost though. Yeah, too bad, eh? 360 Handle said, Ken, it might be better to record a bunch of smaller clips. I agree. So I'm actually probably going to do that from now on. When I'm eating, like, let's say 5 items, between each item, I will probably stop the camera and start it again, just so I don't have that 20-minute clip of me eating 7 different types of food. So thank you very much for that comment. Carla Rudder, 3221, said, glad you found your footage. Well, thank you very much. And the last comment was Ted Morrison, 6763. What a game last night. It was, Ted. And like I said, I'm so glad that it wasn't, what do they call it, a blowout? I'm not sure what they refer to when you go into those game 7 and you lose, let's say 5-0. That would just be awful. So the fact that we went all the way to the third period, 0-0, and then we got the first goal, and I was extremely excited. And then we almost got a couple more goals, and they almost got a couple more goals. And then a minute and a bit after we got our first goal, they got their goal, and then they got that second goal in overtime. So we were tied going into overtime, and of course, and they got the first goal, and that's just the way it goes. Once again, guys, thanks for watching my vlog channel and leaving all those amazing comments. You guys are always super helpful, and I enjoy reading them and seeing how you guys are doing. So don't always, every once in a while you can leave, how you're doing, if you're doing good, if you're having some issues, and we will maybe do these little impromptu Q&As here. All right, guys, talk to you later. Bye.